Okay. All right, I am live. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all having a wonderful, incredible, fabulous Saturday. For some of you, it is still the morning, so good morning. I haven't gone live in a while. I haven't posted in a while. I haven't done shit in a while. And I apologize for that. I'm not depressed or anything, although if I were, there'd be no issue with that. I just have been really busy. Hold on, I have all my cards here, and I had water sitting on my cards. No. Yeah, there's nothing like serious going on. It's literally just been, I've been busy. And you guys know I have Amelia and I have to prioritize my mental health. I just said I'm not depressed, but I have to prioritize my patients and stuff. So by the time that I find a free moment that I would normally be able to upload or go live, I'm like, I would like this moment to myself, actually. I don't think I want to be entertaining. So it's been quite a bit of that. Let me fix my lighting. It's been quite a bit of that. So yeah, there's really been nothing going on. It's just been the few moments that I get to myself, I kind of want for myself. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, moving on. Hello. I didn't mean to go into that spiel. If you are new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and don't forget to like this video. And if you are feeling gracious, it is my birthday month. Yes, I reserve the entire month to feel super special. August is my birthday month. So if you are feeling generous and want to donate to my channel, you can do that. All the information is in the description box. Or you can send a super chat, of course, but YouTube does like to take 20% or 30% of that. So pick your poison. Or you can gift me something for my Amazon wish list, which is also in the description box. Again, it's my birthday month. Make me feel fabulous. And if you want to follow me on social media, my Twitter and my TikTok is in the description box. I do have my Instagram, but it is currently private because I can't be trusting people. I do sometimes show my daughter, and yeah, I've gotten some weird messages, so I just made that private. Anyways, let me scroll through the chat and say hello. You guys know if I don't go through my spiel before saying hi, then I'll just screw this whole thing up. Hello, Kylan. Hello, Joey. Sherman, hello. Hi, Miss Indies. Hi, Sarah. Welcome. Brianna K. Hello. Queen. Hello. Thank you all so much for coming. I'm so excited to have you guys here. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Gosh, there's so many of you guys saying hi. Hi, everyone. Thank you. I didn't realize how long I went on a spiel for. And there's so many of you guys here. I'm so excited. You guys know, so Jolene, she gets 400 views during her lives. And I used to get that. I don't know what's going on with my YouTube channel, but it is not getting the same traffic that it used to. And I'm honestly not mad about it. It's okay. I'm not upset. I'm not crying over it. But it is a little concerning. I'm like, what's going on? Does YouTube hate me? That wouldn't be shocking. But so I'm always super grateful when I get more than 5 people in. Although when I do only have 5 people, I'm still super grateful. So you guys know what I'm trying to say. Hi, Haru. Hello, everyone. Hi, Caitlin. Okay. So today we're going to, hi, Trey. I just scrolled and I said hi. Hi, Southwestern Sue. I love the flower in your profile. And you know what, Queen and everybody else, I saw a few other people say that they understand. I made a post, and the amount of support that you guys showed on that post, it was overwhelming and so sweet. And I just love my subscribers so much. That's why when I say I'm not super upset over like my slow traffic on my channel this year, I really mean it, because my subscribers are so great. Do I want to get bigger and risk getting annoying subscribers? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That might sound awful to say, like some subscribers can be annoying, but like I really love my little family that I've created on YouTube with, you know, the people that I see all the time, like Trey and Queen. And I don't know if I want to get any bigger, because then like I won't be able to find you guys, you know, whatever. Okay, so today we're going to talk Big Brother 23 live feed updates for yesterday and partly today. We are preparing to have our neighbors over for dinner, so I'm going to try to make this a quick live. You guys know how that normally works. It normally doesn't work out very well for me because I ramble. But yeah, we're going to have people over for dinner. They're supposed to come at 4, so I'm going to try. Okay, so you guys, last night today's Saturday. So on Thursday night, we got the new HOH. We had our endurance competition for this season, which, am I alone here? But I love watching the wall comps. I don't know why. I guess because we can watch it live on feeds, and so it feels really authentic. Like we get to watch the deals made live. We get to time it, you know, live. Well, yeah. So like for Big Brother Over the Top, we were able to watch the competitions live all the time, and it was really fun because we got to time the competitions and see if production was being sneaky. So, which is why I love watching the wall comps or the endurance comps on live feeds, because we can do the same thing, you know? And so we got to watch the wall comp, and it was really good. It was a good amount of time. It was only like an hour and a half long, which is not awful. I have sat and watched live feed competitions that went on for like 6 hours, and those are kind of brutal. At some point, you're kind of like, okay, can we get this finished? But this time around, it was only like an hour and a half, which is not awful at all. Derek F did fall first, which did we expect him to last very long? It's not his size, and it's not anything like that. I think, at least for me, I guess I shouldn't speak for everybody. For me, I didn't expect him to do very long because he's a lounger like me. We don't hang on walls for long periods of time. I can barely get through a 30-minute workout. Him and I relate to Derek F because we like to lounge. We are the queens of our social group. If we have a social group, we just like to lounge, give us a margarita and maybe some guacamole, and like, we'll call it a day. We'll be happy in our corner, you know? And having to use a lot of upper body strength just doesn't sound fun to me, especially with those chairs sitting there. Like, I would much rather be sitting there. If I don't have to win the endurance competition, I'm not going to. And is Derek F really being targeted? No, he's fine. So I was like, he's not going to fucking want to do this shit, especially for long periods of time. And an hour and a half really isn't that long, but when you're up there, it's a long time. So it came down to Alyssa, Xavier, and Derek X. And Derek X ended up making a deal with Alyssa that he wouldn't put her up. And then he also made the same deal with Xavier, and both X and Alyssa ended up jumping. And Derek X won. Woo! Was anybody else excited? Let me know in the chat. Tiff lasted way longer than I thought. She did so well. And, you know, I don't know who I thought would do really well. The wall competition is normally favors smaller people, which is a fact. So I guess it makes sense why a lot of people maybe didn't think that Derek F would last very long. It's usually for very petite people. And by petite, I mean smaller in both size and height. And so when it comes to Tiffany, I definitely thought that she would do well because she is like more petite, but I wasn't sure. I didn't give anyone a time. You know, I wasn't like, oh, Tiffany's going to last really short. I was like, Tiffany's going to do good. I honestly thought that everybody was going to do really well. Claire very clearly threw it. She was the second one down, but she's also 6 feet tall. So I don't think she was going to last very long anyways. That competition is not designed for super tall or big people, period. And you know what? I wonder how tall Derek X is, because he looks pretty tall. I don't know. Whatever. Moving on. So Derek X won the HOH competition. And I honestly, for Team Goddesses, my draft team, I needed Brittany, Hannah, or Ozza to win. None of them won. What the fuck? Like, I really, excuse my language, I really thought that picking the people I picked was going to do me so much better than it did. My team is not providing the way that I guess in my mind they promised me that they would provide. So I'm still negative in points on the draft with Sarah and David from Entertainment and Busy Blue. Fuck my life. Fuck my Big Brother draft life. But it's okay. So Derek F. So now I'm reading off of my notes because you guys know I sometimes make notes, sometimes I don't. Ozza lasted a long time. She lasted a lot longer than I would have. Ozza and Tiffany actually jumped off together. Well, not like together, but pretty close together. And then, you know what I thought was interesting was Hannah, I almost called her Haza. Hannah and Sarah Beth basically jumped off at the same time too. And I was like, Sarah Beth, were you just waiting for Miss Hannah to jump and then you jumped? Like, I was a little suspicious. I'm sorry, I blanked. I saw my headphones sitting here and I was like, am I supposed to be wearing my headphones? Normally I have my headphones on when I'm live because I'm normally live with other people. Whatever. So Derek F, for some reason, was worried about being targeted directly after the HOH competition. He is like really like firm that a girl needs to go home like now. I don't know why. He just wants all the guys in the house. I guess I understand to an extent, like the fewer guys there are, the more of a target he is because he's a guy. But yeah, it's just like, Derek F, really? Instead of like focusing on keeping all the guys here, why don't you try to get in really good with the girls, you know? And then Derek X did say that X, after he jumped off and right after the competition ended, he says that Xavier, like low-key, was like, so all the kings are safe, right? And Derek X was like, no, like, well, in his head, he's like, no, that's not what we agreed to. They agreed on the wall that Xavier was safe with Derek X being HOH. So, Diana Lee. I do chase. Yeah. So, I mean, that's true. I do chase after Amelia. Yeah, you're right. Okay. Moving forward from that little tidbit, Alyssa says Derek X would be crazy to put both Alyssa and Christian up on the block. Christian acknowledges that if he goes up, it would be a backdoor. I think Christian realizes that he kind of did himself dirty by being such a great physical competitor, and also being in a showmance. So, and we'll get to that in a little bit because the veto competition players did get picked. So I'm going to try to like scroll. This is before nominations happened. So Alyssa and Sarah Beth felt really safe. They're in the royal flush with Derek X. So they felt very safe. They were like, I am going to be fine. We're all in an alliance together. They obviously assumed and they assumed wrong that Derek X was going to go after someone outside of the royal flush, which it would have been all of the jokers. And he did put a joker up, but we'll get to that in a second. Earlier in the day, he did say that he wanted to nominate Sarah Beth and Brittany so he could backdoor Christian. And then at one point, he was also talking about putting up Brittany and someone else, but I don't think I wrote that down. Oh no, Big D and Ozza. He was considering Big D and Ozza, and Ozza kept, for some reason, she kept volunteering to go up on the block as a pawn, and I'm like, Ozza, what are you doing? Like, you're not going to get me points by volunteering to go up on the block. Like, that's just not how this works. So can we stop doing that? And then, so there was at one point, Hannah, Tiffany, and Derek X were talking. And Tiffany kept mentioning in front of Hannah, who is not a member of the Royal Flush. Remember, there was one Ace Team member, part of the Royal Flush, which was Derek X. So Hannah was not a part of this alliance. She kept bringing up the Royal Flush in front of Hannah. And Hannah was like, who's the Royal Flush? And it is so funny because all of these alliance names just keep coming to Hannah out of nowhere, like all on their own. First, Ozza spills the beans on the cookout, which Hannah is a part of, but she didn't know the actual alliance's official name. And so Ozza spilled the beans there. And then here's Tiffany talking about the Royal Flush right in front of Hannah. And, once Tiffany left, she was like, to Derek X, she's like, what's the Royal Flush? Like, who is this? And Derek X had to explain to her, and then she went and asked Tiffany, and Tiffany was like, I said that? And she was like, yeah, you kept saying the name. And Tiffany was like, damn. It was just a really funny moment. Like, call Hannah the alliance magnet, because people just keep bringing up alliances in front of her, and it's like they keep forgetting that she's not a part of them. Whatever. It was a funny moment, so I included that in my notes. At one point, oh my god, so Derek X did like individual conversations with pretty much everybody. He kept asking them the same questions, like, who are you most targeted by or threatened by? Who would you nominate if you... Yeah, she said it so many times. Yeah, madam, I don't know what's wrong with my draft team. And I had the same problem last season. Well, not really, because last season I think I had Tyler on my team. But my team ended up being like... I had Danny Donato on my team, and like I was so excited to have her, and then she just flopped. Hi, Angelica. Hello. Danny just flopped, and I don't know what happened there. Whatever, it doesn't matter. But I'm having a same issue this season, so I don't know if I'm just awful at picking them. That's probably what it is, to be fair. Okay. I don't remember what I was talking about. Oh, yeah. So he was having all of his conversations, and at one point he was having his conversation with Alyssa, and you guys, there was definitely some shit astrologically yesterday going on. Is today the 7th? Yeah, today's the 7th. But I don't know what exactly was in the Big Brother air, because people kept spilling beans about shit. Alyssa accidentally told Derek X that she would nominate Hannah if she had gotten HOH. Oh my god. You guys, what is going on? Like, what is happening in the Big Brother house? First, Tiffany talks about the Royal Flush, and then Alyssa tells Derek X that she would nominate Hannah, who is his little side flirt piece, Hi, a tourist. Hello. Tourist always comes to my lives and is super active with me on Twitter, and I love Tourist. Yeah, I only go live sometimes. It's like, like, you know, and I it's just very, I'm going to go live, you know, that's why it's really important to have your notifications on. And if they don't notify you, click it, like unclick it, and then click it again, like turn it off and then turn it back on and see if that helps. Jolene's whole team went out pre-jury last season. I don't remember. I know that she did the draft with me. You know what? Tell me if you feel the same way. 2020 feels like such a fever dream in every aspect. I can barely remember anything besides people buying all of the toilet paper, the Black Lives Matter movement, and then obviously the dumpster fire that was Big Brother All Stars 2, and then the election. But everything else feels like a blur, like literally everything else. I just remember these things happened, but I don't remember living in it. Okay. Would I ever go on Rob Has a Podcast? Yeah, I would. Of course I would. But would they ever ask me? No. They don't care about me. And that's fine. I understand. They are such a bigger platform than little old me. And they like actually ask people who like are really smart about sounds like trauma. I feel like in about 20 years, a lot of us are going to be in therapy dealing with some 2020 trauma. Yeah, Rob Has a Podcast. Like, I would totally do it, but I don't think they would ever ask me. And that's completely fine. Like, that's their platform. If they don't want to ask little old me, even though I'm real cute, real funny, real smart, then that's fine. They don't have to have my beautiful presence on their podcast, you know? And I might cuss a little too much for them, you know? What was I just talking about? Oh, I was talking about what was in the air because Alyssa spilled the beans. So a bunch of people he had a bunch of conversations with everybody, asked them a bunch of questions. Claire said that she would have nominated Christian, or that she's most threatened by Christian and Xavier. And then they both agreed that Claire, Tiffany, and Derek X, all three have each other's back. You guys know that they're in an alliance so it's an alliance called the Detectives. It's Kylan, Derek X, Tiffany, and Claire. And I love that little alliance. I like that it's small. And I hope that it goes far. But Kylan is kind of being a little obvious. He has been in and out of the HOH room all day long, and everybody has noticed. And I hate to say it, but I don't think Kylan is going to make it very long because, as I said, people have noticed how much he plays the game. I forget who said it. Was it Claire or was it Sarah Beth? No, it was Claire. Claire was talking about how the thing with Kylan is that or was it Derek X? Yeah, Derek X pretty much agreed with her that Kylan and Xavier are, you know, pretty threatening. I mean, Xavier's really good at comps, and Kylan is very smart, and he's doing good in this game. And Derek X was like, yeah, I agree. I can go a whole week without talking to Xavier about the game, and I still feel comfortable with him. But with Kylan, I feel like I have to talk to him every single day, because if I don't, then I feel like he might have turned on me, you know? And so I feel like Kylan really needs to pump the brakes just a little bit, because he's kind of being obvious and everybody is picking up on it. Kylan said for him, the biggest threat is Christian, because there's a lot of competitions that Kylan cannot beat Christian in. And that is true. If I were the house, I would be like, get the fuck rid of Christian, because not only is he good at competitions, but he's in a showmance with Alyssa, they are official. They've made out. And that's enough for me to say a showmance is official. Sarah Beth and Derek X, they had their conversation, and she basically threw Alyssa and Kyland under the bus, saying, was it Alyssa? No, Alyssa and Christian, I think. I don't know why I wrote Kyland. It might have been Kyland. I forget. No, it was definitely Alyssa and Christian. I don't know why I put Kai. Saying that they told her that Hannah was coming after her, and that is why she was going after Hannah last week and really pushing for Hannah to go. And that was like one of the first things that she said to Derek X. And so I was like, woo, this girl does not like beat around the bush. She is going straight for it because it's obvious. Derek X and Hannah are super close. She knows that it's gone around. She's basically told everybody last week that she wants Hannah gone. You know, like Sarah is a smart girl. So she basically just told him, look, I said all of that because Alyssa and Christian told me that Hannah was coming after me. And so I was trying to get after her before she could come for me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he necessarily bought it, but yeah. And she did tell Derek X that if she were to go up as a pawn, she would be upset. But I'll get to that in a second. Derek X and Xavier had a conversation, and X basically told Derek that he doesn't really feel threatened by anybody, that the only person who could put him up because they have the reason is Brittany because he put her up. And I was like, X, I love that you're confident, but to say that you don't feel threatened by anybody, that's a bit much. Okay, and then Derek F and Azah talked this morning, and they were a bit nervous. They thought that they were going to be nominated, or Azah felt that she would be nominated alongside Hannah. Oh, no, this is for next week. I'm sorry. They were talking about next week. And they are worried that they're going to be nominated, and that if Azah gets nominated, that she'll be nominated next to Hannah. And then they played around with the idea that maybe Derek X is trying to backdoor Christian because, and I didn't write this in my notes for chronological order, so let me just say that nominations happened last night, and he nominated Sarah Beth and Brittany. Did this come as a surprise to me? No, it didn't. You want to know why? Because, and I tweeted about this, by the way, the astrological placements last night absolutely hinted at something like this, where there would be difficulty communicating, there would be some confusion, some anger, and there definitely was. He nominated Sarah Beth and Brittany, and the Kings were shocked. They were shocked, and they were like, what is going on here? Why would he do that? At one point, I think either Alyssa or Christian was like, the royal flush is over. And I don't know if the hair flipped, but I just did that to be sassy. And so I wasn't surprised by any of this because I knew it was about to go down, and it did. So that's why Azah and Derek F were talking about the possibility of a backdoor, which is obvious. That is Christian's plan. Hi, Farmer. Thank you so much for the super chat. Oh, thank you. You got a job. Yay! Woohoo! I'm so happy. Grandma's going to be so excited. You guys, last year, Farmer was affected by, the madness that was 2020. And it is so good to hear that you got a new position or a new job. Thank you, Farmer, for your super chat. And I'm so excited for you. You have to keep me updated. I know you're not on Twitter, but next time I go live, or every time I go live, you have to tell me a little bit about your new job, because I'm so excited. I will definitely tell Grandma, and I will be sure to let you know how excited she is. So everyone congratulate Farmer. I felt so bad last year for him. Farmer used to go when I was on that other app the app that shall remain nameless. Farmer used to be one of my most frequent and supportive viewers. So we all got like really close, and yeah, he knows grandma and all that stuff. So he nominated Sarah Beth and Brittany. Farmer is not my cousin. No. No. He's not my cousin. No. Oh, he calls grandma because grandma is grandma for everybody. Grandma is the universal grandma, but technically she's Sparrow's grandma. I call her grandma. Everybody who would show up to my lives on the other app called her grandma. She is the grandma. Okay, I accidentally scrolled up way too far in my notes. Okay, so let's get into some of the stuff that happened today. Hi, Total. Hi. Sorry. Congrats, Farmer. Hello. Look at everybody is saying congratulations to you, Farmer. Woohoo. No, not Facebook, hero. I'm good, Total. How are you? Okay, so let's get into some of the stuff that happened today. Today we had the veto competition picking of the players. I didn't mean to say it like that, but I did. So the players are Derek X, obviously, because he's HOH. Sarah Beth and Brittany, obviously, because they are the nominees. Alyssa, Claire, and Kyland. So who we need to win? Kyland. Derek X wants to throw the competition to Kyland because he wants to throw or take some of the shade off of Derek X's back, because Derek X has won quite a few competitions, and he realizes if he gets rid of Christian this week, which he's wanting to do, he is going to be the next big competition threat. So if he throws a competition or this veto to Kyland, then that's going to look really good for Kyland, because that'll be like, wow, he's really good at competitions. Also, he's won an HOH. He's now won a veto, and that'll take some of the shade off of Derek X's back and put it onto Kyland's back. And then on top of that, he knows that Kyland will use the power of veto on Sarah Beth. And that'll make the backdoor plan for Christian go into full effect. And that's exactly what Derek X wants. Obviously, Alyssa likely wouldn't use the power of veto if she's smart. But Sarah Beth did say that she thinks Alyssa is still on board to use the POV on her. So wouldn't that be crazy, you guys, if Alyssa wins the power veto and then uses it on Sarah Beth, and then Derek X puts Christian up on the block? That would be crazy. It would be really funny. So I kind of hope that happens, because basically if she uses it, then she'll be the reason why Christian is up on the block. Which is so funny, because that's her show dance, I don't know. I kind of just hope that happens. And then Tiffany and Claire, after the chip picking or whatever the hell it's called, I forget. They were talking, and Tiffany and Claire were talking about how it might be best for them to not use the power veto if Claire wins, because Tiffany thinks that getting rid of Sarah Beth is better for her game than getting rid of Christian. I'm not sure if I agree with that, honestly. I think, and I understand why she's saying this. She's saying this because Sarah Beth has made it clear that Hannah is her target. And I don't know if she necessarily still feels that same way, but she might. And I don't think Tiffany really feels comfortable having her in the house. But I think that Christian being HOH or being in the house is kind of a threat for everybody, because he is so good at competitions. And I don't know. I guess I just don't want Christian in the house. I don't know. The only threat that I see Sarah Beth providing is that she's smart. That's the only one. I don't really see her being very good at competitions. Last week, Christian was pretty headstrong about what he wanted to have done. And yeah. Yeah. And I think that's about it as far as what I saw on feeds today. I know more happened because the last time I was able to watch was about an hour and a half ago at this point, now that I've been live for like 35 minutes. Christian was a little butthurt that his chip didn't get pulled. He's like, do I even fucking have a chip? And he like kind of was irritated about that. And then Brittany picked Kylan to play, so she must have gotten house guest choice. And yeah, I don't know what else happened after that because I was cooking and doing the dishes and getting ready for our neighbors to come over tonight. So I wasn't able to watch like I would want to. So yeah, let me check on so apparently Claire made a good point about targeting Big D. I must have missed that. So if you want to let us know what that point was that she made, that would be helpful. Let me see. Farmer says, thanks everybody for the congratulations. I'm getting back on the road, so I can't reply to everyone individually. Yes. Drive safe, Farmer. Drive safe. Yeah, I think Tiffany, Claire, and Hannah were talking about wanting noms to stay the same and send Sarah Beth home if they win veto. It was last night before bed. Okay. So I only saw Tiffany and Claire talking after she got picked for veto. I did not see this conversation, so that's good to know too. So now we know that Hannah also wants the veto to not be used, which that kind of goes against what Derek X wants, but they are not a showmance, and they've made it very clear that they're going to be doing what they want to do, which is best for their game. So I respect Hannah and Derek X doing whatever they want to do for their game. What did you cook? My mother-in-law and I cooked their family tacos. So as you guys know, Sparrow is Mexican. Well, I don't know if you guys know that, but those of you who've been around, you guys know or should know, whatever. Doesn't even matter. And his family has like a special recipe that has been passed down in their family for however many years. And that's kind of like his mom's specialty because they're really bomb. They're like the best tacos I've ever had. And they're authentic and like just really delicious. So, yeah. Let me see what else is going on in here. I don't want to miss anything. She hasn't said a big but she has said a lot of ands, which according to my therapist is way healthier. That's funny, Kristen. That has me cracking up. I have said a lot of ands, you know? And I've noticed that I say actually a lot. I don't know if I say it a lot on here or in any of my videos, but I have noticed I say it a lot in real life. And now Amelia is saying actually all the time. It's so cute, but I'm like, do I want her to constantly say actually? Off topic, but before you go, hi Angelica. Before you go, I know you're friends with Busy Blue. I haven't seen him do any videos lately. Do you know if he's okay? As far as I know, he's fine. So Busy and I are really good friends, obviously, but we don't talk on the phone. For some reason, his iPhone and my Android do not mix. Like, we are not able to text each other. We can text each other, but neither one of us will see the other's reply. Like, if I get his text, I can reply, but he won't see my response, and vice versa. And talking on the phone for me is really difficult because I have Amelia, and it's so hard to get a moment of peace. So but as far as I know, he's fine. I have noticed that he hasn't really gone live, but I'll message him and ask. And yeah, I'm pretty sure he's okay though. I think he's just busy. Christian, they already picked the veto competition players and he was not picked. Alyssa was picked though. So if she's smart, she'll leave nominations the same. That way Christian cannot get backdoored, but Christian cannot play. He was all pissed off about it too. He's like, what? Do I even have a fucking chip? And it's like, does it matter if you have a chip or not? We don't want you to play. Have I ever had spaghetti tacos? What? What? No. No. They usually do the veto competition the same day as they usually do it on Saturdays. So I'm assuming that the competition is going to be a nighttime comp. Let me pull up Twitter. Hold on. Let me pull up Twitter and we'll check really quick if feeds are still down or are down at all. Share. Oh, that's the picture I used for my thumbnail. Okay, let's see. No, it looks like feeds are off or no, are on still. So Sarah says, I think Alyssa will know if she does that, doesn't use the power of veto, she will lose my trust. If anybody doesn't use it on me on my birthday, except for Brittany, I will be pissed. Tell me I didn't sound like Sarah Beth right there. If they don't use it for me on my birthday, I'm going to be pissed. Okay. So feeds are still up. Thank you, Brianna. Feeds are still up, and Derek X is talking to Brittany right now. Okay. So with that being said, y'all, I think I'm going to head on off. Thank you so much for everyone who came. Thank you, Farmer, for the super chat. I really appreciate it. You guys know this is my only form of income, and your guys' donations really help me out a lot. I will be covering the challenge with Jolene as far as I know. Last week, Jolene and we were supposed to go live, but I was really sad about my grandma. It was her birthday last Sunday, and I was really, really sad I wasn't able to call her. She passed away in February, so this was the first birthday for her that I've been alive that I haven't been able to call her. So it was really, really difficult for me, so I wasn't able to go live that day. And in fact, I noticed that Jolene didn't end up going live at all that day, so she probably decided just to spend time with her family. Totally understandable. Yeah, thank you so much for being here. Thank you guys. Thank you. Farmer, you're supposed to be driving. Saying actually she'll be like the new apparently kid. Apparently. Okay, so thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. As far as I know, I'm supposed to go live with Jolene, Sarah, and Busy tomorrow night on Jolene's channel. I don't know if that's still going on, but hopefully it is because I miss them. And then I will try to have a video out tomorrow or Monday. But you guys know, fucking sitting a sit-down video is really time-consuming. And so it's really difficult for me to film those sometimes. So I'll try. We'll see. Can I pay you to do my horoscope? I mean, yeah, if you want to. I would love to read your birth chart for you. If you follow me on Twitter, message me on there and we can figure something out. Yeah, anyone in the future, if you follow me on Twitter and want me to read your birth chart for you, I absolutely will. Yeah. All right, you guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you all showing your love and support for me. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.